I was younger, I mean, obviously when you're in your late teens and early 20s, and if you have a voracious appetite to read, and I think what's interesting now is how criticism has changed so much because of the internet and blogs and all the different ways of and what critics are doing now versus back, a while ago when there were certain critics, whether it was Robert Hughes or Arthur C. Danto or, again, somebody who was like a non, who went out of the traditional form of criticism, like a Dave Hickey or, but then also Clement Greenberg and all of those critics that you could read growing up. They had a big impact on me because it was a perfect timeline of studying art history and how you saw which artists influenced whom and who worked together and how these artists developed their styles and whether they were an understudy with one particular artist and then evolved in a totally new style out of that. It was great. Now, I read as much as I can, but it's mostly online. You're reading, whether you're going and looking at Artforum or ArtNet or Hyperallergic or Artfag City or any of these blogs and things, but it's different because it's more of a current event type thing, but it's still very much there. Obviously you've got the New York Times and Roberta Smith, and then you've got Jerry Saltz, and you have this maybe more traditional critics still, but it's definitely changed in that there's so much more information, I guess, and it's just constant. And so, when you have all of these different shows that are happening all the time, somebody's always covering something. But it doesn't seem as, it doesn't seem as, it's different. I don't know how to exactly describe it. But whereas as a younger person reading, say a Robert Hughes or a Clement Greenberg, and really how they really get into a serious description of the influences, the processes, and the outcome, it was, to me, really interesting.